99.3 Nigeria Info. Good morning to you, Lagos and beyond, wherever you are. Welcome to the second part of Dailies today. I'm Sheriff Quadry.
And I'm Jimi Disu. Good morning.
This show is live on Facebook. It's also live on YouTube. Search for Nigeria Info 99.3 and you'll be able to watch live, and also you can drop your comment there. Let's start with the Daily Trust front page story. It goes on pages 3 and 4 much later in the paper. Daily Trust: Tinubu's reforms have not reduced poverty. World Bank.
Yeah, it's the same front page headline in the Punch, but we'll take a story from the Daily Trust. And the Daily Trust says, and I quote, the World Bank has said that despite the expansion of the Nigeria's economy and the revenue increase, poverty rate remains alarmingly high. Okay, so we have expansion and revenue increase. The World Bank declared that 139 million Nigerians are living in poverty in 2025, despite the economic reforms embarked upon by this government. The country director yesterday spoke at the launch of the Nigerian Development Update, where the bank also projected that Nigeria's economy would grow by 4.4% in 2027. The World Bank's verdict is coming a few weeks after Tinubu praised his government for the economic rebound being witnessed in history. The president had said that the economy had turned the corner, and he had proudly said that the economy had turned the corner, and that there was a lot of improvement. But the World Bank says no. But in reaction to the World Bank story, because the Punch front page story also says presidency rejects World Bank's poverty report. So the World Bank said poverty rose from 115 million in 2023 to 135 million. More people are going down the poverty lane. The Punch reports that the presidency disputes the data, defense reforms, and so on. And the story here says the presidency has disputed the latest economic report by the World Bank. Sunday Diary, in a post on his official X handle, said that the poverty figures, that was the World Bank poverty figures, must be properly contextualized within the limits of global poverty measurement models. It says, while Nigeria values its partnership with the World Bank and appreciates its contributions to policy analysis, the figure quoted must be properly contextualized. It is unrealistic. The presidency explained that the 139 million figure was derived from the global poverty line of $2 per day, $2.15 per day, set in 27 using purchasing power. It goes on and on along. There's a whole lot of analysis going on there. But as far as I'm concerned, the standard of living of Nigerians has taken a nosedive again in 2025. Whatever any World Bank or federal government figures. I don't know who I was talking to yesterday, and I say, I can't base my analysis on figures given me by government. A government that is known solely for propaganda. You understand? I'm not. What concerns me is not any World Bank figures or whatever. Is what is on the table for my people. What is on the table for Nigerians? How far are they faring? And it's going from bad to worse. Trust me. That is my feeling.
Okay. All right.
I mean, what you do,
Umbo. It's coming.
Like Amber Day is coming.
No. real Umbo. Yes,
okay.
yes.
I hear Amber Day is going to run though.
How now?
I hear he wants to run for governorship of Lagos. It's heating up. Many names are cropping up within the APC. The deputy governor is there. Tukun Wahab is there. I hear Ambode too wants to throw his hat in the ring. Ambode's case is also like the case of President Jonathan. Is attractive because he will only do one term.
One term.
But There's also my bro again, Kokwala. His name has showed up.
Oh.
My cousin too. They say he's probably interested. Gbaja.
Okay. All right.
Like ethnic people say, intricately, we shall see.
We shall see. Shall see. But overall, I mean, whoever that is going to fly the party's flag will be anointed.
I think this time around it might not be that easy. I think there's a lot of consciousness within the party. The party itself is divided. Normally, there's nothing new. Various interests have shown up, and the president might have to sacrifice Lagos State for his own presidential ambition. He can't have the two. He can't eat his cake, have it, and keep it in the fridge. They might have to tell him, the party, some powerful people within the party will tell him, so I think that the desire of some persons for Sheyi, I think, has died down somewhat.
Okay.
Which is also not helped by what his big sister is doing. If you look at the headline of the next story, read it. What does it say?
Okay, the Punch newspaper. Here we come. Yaloja General, another Tinubu searches for relevance. It's a column,
You see, the headline alone, another Tinubu searches for relevance. It shows you how Nigerians are, much as they are gullible, when it gets to certain stages, they will tell you that we can't serve father and son and madam and everybody, but that's a story for another day. If you are not a regular leader of Abimbola Adelakun, then you are a newspaper illiterate. I'm telling you what he has written here on the Yaloja General. Wow, it's beautiful analysis. She starts by comparing the Yaloja, that title itself, compare the title itself to the title of the various essays that we have in Atlanta, in essay of Mushin, essay of this and that. That is not worth more than the paper on which it is written, really, and is usually self-inflicted, self-imposed titles. She does a play of words on that, but she says that on several levels, Iyaloja title is a bastardization of a title that used to mean something amongst the Yorubas. To be an Iyaloja is an honor given to enterprising women, the breed who have demonstrated remarkable acumen and resourcefulness in trade and business management. They are usually women who, to varying degrees, forged new paths in their economic endeavors and lifted their community. In the case of the late Abibatu Mogaji, may her soul rest in peace, the adopted mother of Bola Tinubu, who bore the title, everyone knew her to be a businesswoman with a verifiable record of achievement in enterprise. When Mogaji died, Tinubu Ojo, in connivance, I'm reading it, so this is not, I didn't say it, she wrote it, in connivance with traditional rulers who are ever seeking to please her father, who owns their destinies in his pocket, usurps the position. That was how the title went from Mogaji, an actual tradeswoman, to someone who has likely never taken a path not already guaranteed to her father in life. And she goes on to say that the Yaloja, an honor given to distinguished women who have made a significant contribution to humanity, it became an empty title that can be conferred on any pretender as long as they have some political influence. Tinubu Ojo did not stop at the Yaloja General of Lagos, where her father has held sway for decades. As Daddy's political territory expanded, she also edited her title to cover a broader jurisdiction. Now she has summoned enough temerity to go to Edo to impose a linear Yoruba culture on them. Tomorrow, she will probably head for Kano or Enugu to continue her agenda of Yoruba colonization. You see, the whole thing has interested now. I can assure you that by the time Tinubu Ojo is done with the Yaloja title, it would either need redemption or we have become so problematic that it will be another aspect of Yoruba culture that needs to be consigned to the dustbin of cultural history. That is how traditions meant to promote meritocracy gradually die when hijacked by the clowns. Uweno Ofalashi. It's you must find time to read this woman. In fact, I think I'm going to see if we can get her by Zoom one of these days. It would be so nice to do. By the way, there's a video making the rounds, credited with the news caption that the Oba market is on fire, but it has not been confirmed that it is today. I don't know whether that has been in the past. But Osa is coming up at 9 and is going to talk about developments in Edo State. So we are in for some entertainment this morning.
Again,
all said and done. There was also, Sheriff, there is also what would have been a transcript of a telephone call that the Yaloja is purported to have made, which he says that her dad had been calling her and a lot of people, and I assume so. If I had that telephone number, I'd probably call her myself, and it looks as if she has thrown in the towel in that regard. I hope she does so. Anybody who loves her and loves her dad should tell her the plain truth. She should go find something else to do, honestly.
Yeah.
It's not just Edo. It's not just Edo. The sensitivity of markets is left alone to the indigenes. Even like you notice it's local governments that handle the supervision of markets. And that is in the urban areas. In the other areas, really and truly, it's a traditional thing. Except, of course, in the Southwest, where a lot of our traditional rulers have submitted themselves to the politicians to do with as they please.
Indeed. So I was going to say earlier that we have not confirmed any story, please. Don't run to town and say that
yes,
market is
yes,
on fire.
yes.
I've not confirmed anything.
Did I not say that?
Yes, you did. You did.
But will you have it?
Yes.
Or you want to rewind it?
No. I'm very, very sure that you said it. I just need.
You just need to emphasize it.
Need to emphasize it.
I know.
All right, let's go to the Vanguard newspaper. New INEC chair for Council of States preview today. The story is on page 5 of the Vanguard.
Well, for all it's worth, the story speaks for itself, and there's not much to be said. Let's see who the president will present. But I'm not going to halt my itinerary for the day to find out who it is, or bother to join in the analysis of whether he'll do right or wrong. I'd rather just wait and see. In all honesty, I'd rather just wait and see, because after the performance of Jega, the next occupant of the seat, he fall everybody's hand. And now that the players themselves are in the driver's seat, I don't expect much, but I'd love to be surprised. So let's see what happens.
Okay. Moving straight up to the Daily Trust. Residents kick as FCT Council resuscitates TV radio tax.
So there's a new tax that's come up in the FCT, and it is called the television tax. And either which way you go, you will pay that money by law. Whether you now pay it in reality, I don't know. Apparently, there is a new bylaw, and it mandates an annual license fee for anyone who controls a radio, television, or other items of the same or similar kind. What is an other item of similar kind to a radio and television? But it says that anyone, okay. The fees are categorized as follows. Large banks and multinationals are to pay 1 million annually. Medium-sized businesses, supermarkets, hotels, and telecom companies are to pay between 50 and 20,000, and residents are to pay 1 million. Okay, category C are to pay between 50 and 20, and residents. These are residents of duplexes, flats, bungalows, and self-contained apartments. Category D are to pay between 3,500 and 20,000 per dwelling. All said and done, it is an additional tax that they are going to pay. And I wonder where this is coming from. I'd like this government to be very, very careful. Do not tax Nigerians to death. Do not let tax be something that will cause an uproar in this country. With the level of hunger, the level of poverty, the last thing you want to do is to be squeezing It's what is your minimum wage that you are now asking Nigerians to pay radio or television tax or any other. That is the part that bothers me. Once they put, because you can easily say, come to my house, I don't have radio, I don't have television, but they put something there, say, or any other could be your phone.
Yep. Yep.
Yes, you use your phone as your radio. Anyway, the residents have rejected the policy and they've demanded that it must be stopped. A resident said, "This is surprising. How can you ask me to pay for the television I'm using in my office or waiting room? What service are you rendering in that regard? Providing the signal for the TV or the electricity we are using to power it?" And so there's in the whole full page, there are various reactions for it, and I think the lawyers are going to take it up at some point. And I think this our president is known for tax issues, taxing people, supposedly for increased revenue. He likes figures. I think it's because he's an accountant. He always posts that we raise the revenue. What have you done with the revenue? You raise the revenue, you're buying luxury cars for yourself, and the people are impoverished. You're making life more comfortable for yourself and life more difficult for that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. So there has to be a balance in all these things.
What would you say if other councils, because I know legitimately councils collect radio and TV tax anyways, but what would you say if other
they
local
don't collect from individuals? Has anybody approached you?
Individuals are meant to pay. I mean, legitimately. Maybe they have not been collecting it.
Are you serious?
Yes. They are.
This is news to me.
Oh,
I know they use it to harass.
It's not new.
I know local governments usually go around little shops and whatever and squeeze radio and TV tax from people, but I've never gotten any notice.
Same here. I haven't.
For residents.
That's why I'm saying that. How would you react to that? Say tomorrow now, they just say, okay, you know what? We want to enforce this.
You see, let me advise this government because, everybody seems to believe that Nigerians are docile.
Is that a belief or a fact?
Well, everybody still believes that Nigerians are docile. And it might be a fact that they are docile. But if you have ever handled pets before, you will know that if you've had a dog for 10 years, the day you go a bridge too far, it's going to bite you. It's going to bite you. And if you look at history, what frightens me, if you look at history, the things that have led to a conflagration within society have been the most minor things. The price of bread, the guy who was stopped, look at what brought about the Arab Spring and swept the whole, these literally two things. Look at what is going on in Paris now. It's becoming uncontrollable. So we need to be very, very careful. Our society is tender. Our politicians don't know it. You cannot be wallowing. You cannot be wallowing in you cannot have people wallowing in poverty and you have all the luxuries of life. It will stretch one day, it will snap. Sheriff, it will snap. And we are very close to it. And what it takes for it to snap is very tiny. Yes. It's very small.
Let's take our next story very quickly. This is an interesting one indeed. Article 6 probe of Tinubu cabinet member says academic records. This is on page 8 of the Vanguard.
Yeah, I mean, this is not unexpected. Atiku is taking a dig at the president. And come to think of it, Sheriff, just for the record, we haven't had a resolution of the president's controversies.
Yeah, I asked that same question yesterday. That same question to people. I was on Hard Fact yesterday.
Okay.
Yes.
There's been no resolution to the accusation about the president's name, the school. We're almost sure he didn't attend GCI.
Okay, sorry. It's not that one I asked. I thought you were referring to the minister.
No. Even the president's own. We haven't had any resolution. The university one is hanging amongst lawsuits and so on and so forth. So we'll be waiting to see what is going to fill in his.
Are you still expecting a response?
In his jam form, in his INEC form. in 2027, because that is what Atiku is calling for here, and he's saying that there should be an independent, thorough, and transparent investigation into the academic records of all members of the Executive Council, starting with the president himself. That's what he says, and it's a legitimate request to ask.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it will never happen.
Okay.
It will never happen. And as for the gentleman's the minister, I think if I were him, if I were his PR advisor, I'd tell him, okay, why don't you just go home and not say anything? Because the issue of whether you went to university is so straightforward. I don't know what. It's just let somebody come and tell me I didn't go to uni, like, and I graduated. Well, he didn't graduate. I graduated. Well, I don't know if he did, but I graduated much earlier than he did. Before you mention it, 10, 15 people should be able to say that. And besides, why is it so much of a controversy for you to ask a university to authenticate a certificate? It could be done in 15 minutes.
It shouldn't be that difficult.
One touch of the button. And the issue is, I saw so many videos have emerged. And I think it was in ABA, he was saying that he said he attended. Did he graduate? Hey, don't let us go split hairs over this issue. When it is said that you graduated from a university, it means you have the certificate.
Yeah.
Let him produce the certificate.
Produce the certificate.
Keep quiet. Just go home quietly.
Produce it.
And then I think part of the problem is because there is an account of forgery hidden behind it, where it is alleged he could have forged his degree and NYSC. That would be very, very unfortunate if it were to be true. And I think the police should give us a report on that.
Yeah, the question is, why is everybody quiet? Why is NYSC quiet? Why is UNN quiet?
The spirit behind the forces that should bring this into the fore also is quiet for a reason that is obvious to you. The spirit of this also quiet. Is it not in this country we heard that somebody produced a NEPA license certificate? The spirit behind it is quiet. Nobody wants to make a first move.
Oh.
You understand? So as not to be seen to have started something that he himself cannot finish. So he's quietly let go. We are even thanking him for his services, without determining whether so and so has happened. I just hope for the life of many people that something that's going on in my mind never happens. If it does, then walk on.
Let's go to the editorial of Punchy Sweeper. Naira abuse is costly. Stop it.
Yeah. This is coming from the Punch, and is an editorial, and they're still talking about the Naira abuse. And according to them, they say, according to the CBN, the Naira abuse is a serious issue that undermines the integrity, value, and national pride in the country. And they said something that is quite significant. Surely Nigerians do not treat the Naira the way they treat the dollar. Nigerians worship the dollar. If you go to some sites, maybe you see a few dollars at the Nick Pepe. Nigerians worship the dollar.
Okay.
Even those who spread the dollar, they don't throw it. They put it gently. If it's Naira, they throw it up, they stamp on it, and so on and so forth. Anyway, at the end of the day, they're just putting a case forward for handling habits of the note, folding, spraying at social events, writing on them, and handling them in unhygienic ways, and so on and so forth.
Right. We have to go. We must go.
Incidentally, I never have cash on me these days.
Yeah. Many people.
I never, not one Naira do I have.
Okay. All right. Let's go now. Kofi Woodmaker, you're back at 9.
I'm back at 9 with this. I want to go see what's going on in Edo.
In Edo State. Okay. Right. Lagos, thank you for being a part of this. Okay. Kofi is back. Good morning to you.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.